Hi everyone, it's dinner time to heal. I love cooking for you, and today I have for you the most softest empanadas to ever grace your taste buds. Oh, but there is something special about these empanadas. They're made in a more healthy way, heart healthy, and it's made with and inspired by flavors of Morocco, accompanied by black beans and rice and topped with my famous chunky salsa. No time to waste. It's healthy, it's delicious, my friends, it's decadent. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is make our delicious chunky salsa. We start out with our onions because we want to get rid of that gas causing sulfur. Let it sit. That's the only way. If you want to, you can also add in a garlic. I just wanted to put that out there. I have a sweet onion here, and I typically only use maybe about half to 1.5 tablespoons. This recipe is so versatile and so adjustable. You can really experiment with it and make it according to your own taste buds. But yes, next is the sweet jalapeno pepper. I'm going to go ahead and dice that up as well and add it in with my onions. Step 3. Take 2 medium-sized tomatoes and cut into bite-sized pieces. You can use Roma tomatoes or those really sweet cherry tomatoes or those grape tomatoes. I love the cherry ones. But I have here some tomatoes on the vine, my friends. It is organic and so juicy and firm. And my friends, when I cut the top, I don't waste. I use as much of it as I can. Add it into your bowl and then grab together a bunch of cilantro and wash and dry for chopping. So you start out looking at the cilantro and you think, wow, that's a lot of cilantro. And believe you me, if it looks like this in the bowl after it was taken off of the stem and then chopped, it starts to wilt with all of that acidic lime and lemon juices or the acidicness from the tomatoes, and it turns into a smaller amount, guys. It's not that much, but I'm telling you right now, I can use 3 times this much of cilantro. I love it so much. Chop it up and place it in your bowl with the rest of your ingredients. Well, my friends, like I said, this salsa is so versatile and so adjustable. And my measurements, they're very intuitive. A pinch here, a dash there, just a dollop of this. So yeah, all you need is a pinch each of salt, pepper, paprika, and optional cayenne pepper, my friends. If you're trying to grow your hair, please throw it in there. It's so good. The benefits of cayenne pepper are amazing. Then some liquids. I have a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon of either maple syrup, honey, or agave nectar. Then stir to combined. Next up, we're going to go ahead and get in some avocado. What the avocado is going to do is add some of that good, healthy fat. And it is activated even more so by the cilantro. Just in case you didn't know, cilantro has a synergetic effect. Most herbs do. Whatever vitamins, minerals, and energetic properties that your foods carry, it's going to amplify that, and it's going to go into your body, and the process of healing will be expedited. It will be boosted, my friends. It boosts your healing. Next up, we're going to go ahead and put in some lemon juice, guys. I put in about 1.5 tablespoons. You can use lime. The lime is going to make it stronger, but it comes with the warning. Lime juice and blood pressure medications often don't mix. Just thought you'd want to know. Put some plastic wrap on that bad boy and put it in the refrigerator, and let's move on. Oh, wait. You know how you chop into a lemon and you want to squeeze the juice out, but it's too hard and firm? All you got to do is roll it on your cutting board before you chop into it. It makes it so much more easier to work with. And you'll be able to get the maximum amount of squeeze. So next up, and yeah, we're just going to keep it all copacetic here and keep using sweet onion. You're going to go ahead and chop up about 1/4 cup, put it in a bowl, and set it aside. Next up, peel and mince 1 large garlic clove, put it in a bowl, and set it aside. For the next step, I have here 4 small golden potatoes, but you can use 1 large one. And we're going to go ahead and actually dice them, not just cube them. You want them small because they're going to go into the empanada dough. And if they're too big, they're just going to break the dough and it's going to ooze all over the place. It'll just be a messy, yucky, sticky mess on your pots and pans that you put in your oven. So make them small, okay? Put it in a bowl and set it aside. And then we're going to put in a bowl about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of frozen peas and carrots. Okay, everyone, I'm kind of showing off here. This is not sponsored. It was a gift. I have a new cookware set. I love the color. You guys know I have a hint of blue everywhere in my kitchen. Well, now I have a splash of red to brighten it up. The handles are silicone, so my friends, you know what that means. That's right. They can go into the oven. It's non-stick and it cooks the food very evenly, I must say. I already have the blender. I love my new Ninja. And you guys get to see how it pans out. So for the next step, the very first thing you want to do is make sure your pan is on a very warm to high heat. And then you're going to crumble in at 1.5 pounds of 80/20 ground beef. Once the ground beef is brown, I'd say about medium well, maybe a little bit of pink in it, go ahead and put in your 1/4 cup of diced onions. For the next step, add in your diced potatoes. Now, I like to let them kind of sit in the middle of the pan a little bit where the heat is the most strongest on my burner, and then I go ahead and stir it in. This really does smell so delectable already, you guys. Next up, go ahead and drain all that oil out of that. So nasty. It's already 80/20, but look how much oil still is left in there. In the past, we weren't very conscious of these things, and we didn't do enough movement to keep the oil from clogging our pores. Many people have been diagnosed with heart disease just because of diet and exercise, lifestyle. Drain your meat, guys. It's so much healthier and it tastes better. Add it back to the pan and season the meat. Guys, I tell you, this is so simple. And once you start adding in all of the seasoning, the aroma, oh my gosh, it will fill your house, and the cinnamon just rises up and it smells so good. It's very aromatic. very therapeutic and calming. You're going to add 1/3 teaspoon each salt and pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 healthy teaspoon of cinnamon, and combine. You guys know me, when you're stirring, this is when all your energy is also going into the food. This is very potent. Make sure your thoughts are positive. So as you just saw, I added in that large minced garlic clove and that 1/4 cup of peas and carrots. My battery died on my camera, so what you didn't see is to add in 1/2 cup of crushed diced tomatoes. Cook it down for 5 minutes, put it in a bowl, and set it aside. Now to make the empanada dough. You'll start out with 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of sugar. Whisk together. This is optional because you can make it without eggs. My friends, I make this all the time, so I'll be showing you that recipe too. Add in 2 egg yolks, no whites, just the yolks. 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Did you know imperial butter is made from veggies? Add in 1/2 cup of water. Make sure your hands are clean and begin to combine your wet ingredients with your dry ingredients. You want it to be flaky, so don't get frustrated if it doesn't form like other doughs. Next, make sure you dust your counter or your cutting board and your rolling pin with a little flour. Transfer your ingredients onto your surface. Now this is the moment where you're going to make sure your hands are clean because you're going to need that dough only for about 3 to 5 minutes to form into a ball. But don't worry, my friends. If it falls apart, if it's still flaky, that's good. It's going to be all right. I'll show you. Put it back into your bowl and cover with a towel or some plastic wrap for 5 minutes. And after about 5 minutes, put your ball on your dusted surface and smush it, or you can leave it just the way it is. Cut it into quarters, so 4 equal pieces. Roll each piece into a flat circle. It does not have to be perfect. If you want that empanada thick, it won't take much. So if you want them thin, you will need to roll them almost ridiculously thin because it will puff up in the oven. So soft, not chewy, but soft and puffy. Yummy. And so when you're finished with that, grab something that it's shaped like you want it to be, a size that you want it. I want mine round and I want it kind of medium. So you make sure it's the right size that you want your empanada to be, and then you put it in. You kind of push it down and either get a knife or a butter knife and cut the shape around and pull it out. It's really fun to do, and it exercises that creative will. Put it on a plate and set it aside. Go ahead and finish the other 3. And once you're done, they've probably shrunk just a little bit. That's okay. If you need to, put a little more water or a little flour, whichever one you need. Get the rolling pin and roll it out a little flatter. And then we're going to go ahead and begin to put in our stuffing. This smell of this ground beef with the potatoes and carrots and tomatoes and onions and garlic and all the yumminess in here. And then we're going to put it on one side of our circle. On one side of our circle, we're going to go ahead and put a little water. Guys, trust me when I say you don't need to put the water on both sides, just one. Pinch it well, and then take your fork at the end of your fork and make indentions by firmly pressing down into the dough all the way around the whole empanada, looking like a half moon. So delicious, so delectable already. Put it on a foiled baking pan. Put it in the oven for 375 to 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your oven. It comes out a golden, beautiful brown with this beautiful, more medium warm tone towards the center of it. And it is ready to plate, my friends. We've got our rice. You just put it in your bowl. I have here a clear bowl and a white plate for this dish. So nice. I wanted to feature everything, and I wanted the beans and rice to show themselves with the empanadas. So I used a clear bowl, and I put my beans on top with a little bit of its juice, honey. Where I come from, we call that pot liquor. That's the good stuff right there. You don't want to skip out on that. And then top it with this lovely, beautiful, bright colored, chunky salsa. Phoenix style. You guys, I can't tell you how many people love this. This meal is complete when you put the empanadas on the plate. My friends, just look at this. Absolutely delicious. And when you open it up, the steam just blows some of that delicious, yummy, tantalizing aroma up your nose. It's a craving that's bound to happen again. So easy to make, fun to make. It's delicious. Guys, it's healthy. The way we make this is healthy. My friends, it's decadent. Here's to your health. Thank you for watching this video. Even more so, when you watch this video, like, share, and comment. You're supporting this channel and my ministry. You're helping people get back on their feet after trauma, homelessness, or just bad life decisions. Every one of us are God's child. It is our trademark saying. It is not just your spirituality that can define your journey. It is your journey that can define your spirituality. May this journey in food be healing. Bless you all. God's child. Thank you for watching. If you've been blessed by this content, help the phoenixhealingministries.org grow and subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up and share our content. You're worth it. You're worthy. You're enough. You're God's child. And as always, it is not just your spirituality that can define your journey. It's your journey that can define your spirituality.